Oh, hey y'all, welcome to Fatty's Helpful Hints, the show dedicated helping you learn games good. Today, we are going to talk about how to solo tame that new Griffin for all of you one-man tribes out there, and let's just dive on into it. Well, to get us started, the Griffin is going to be a carnivore. Its preferred meat is going to be, of course, mutton and prime meat. But on top of that, it is going to be Allosaurus kibble as well to, really get that extra bit of levels there. Taming it on official with prime meat is going to take you somewhere between 21 minutes for about a level 1 to all the way about to 2 hours and 36 minutes for 150. What you are going to need also, in addition, is somewhere roughly between 100 trank arrows, or if you're going to go the trank dart route, about 75 of those to knock them out. And now that you know what you need to knock them out, now you got to go hunt one down. Now there are going to be 3 locations I'm going to tell you about that are really tried and true to my experience to finding them. The first one is going to be at 4026. Now this is going to be right by Green Tower on the west side, right by the snow biome split against this hill. Now this one is probably the least common of the 3 I'm going to show you, but this one is pretty common overall for where I do find them. The next spot is going to be located at 6036. Now this is going to be the most southern entrance of the Grand Canyon on that east side. Now when you kind of tuck in here, there's oftentimes more than not 2 griffins rather than 1. The first time I was filming the footage, I actually did see 2 of them here. Unfortunately, that file got corrupted, so then I had to come back and I only did find the 1 on this time, but that's another great spot. The third location is going to be split in between 2 mountains. Now this is going to be right by the swamp castle, or kind of by the giant beaver dams and the cementing paste spot. There's going to be these 2 mountains and kind of just surrounding them. The locations for those are going to be 2948 for one of them and 2940 for the other one. Now these are my favorite spots to go looking for them. You can find them in a couple of the higher elevation spots as well, but this is going to be one of those most common spots. Okay, now that we have found a griffin, what we need to do is build a taming trap. Now I don't build these just anywhere. I kind of wait till I find a griffin and then I build it. And what it is going to be, it's going to be a 2x2 stone structure using door frames and then 1 dinosaur gate frame as well. So what you want to do is have it all closed up. Griffins can fit out of really small spaces. Now if you have 1 ceiling spot that's open, they shouldn't be able to fit next to it or fit through it. But if it is open with like another door wall frame kind of missing, they can easily fly out of that. So you cannot have any more than like a 1 space hole anywhere. And then what you want to do to save resources is use the door frames as your way to get in and out. And then you want to use that stone dinosaur gate to help lure them into the front and then trap them in there. But what you want to do is use a Pteranodon so you can fly a little bit faster for them. Make sure, it can take a little bit of damage because Griffins don't hit extremely hard, but they can do enough damage. And what you want to do is when you're building the structure, leave a hole in the bottom side somewhere so you can just kind of fly in and swoop out the bottom, and then they're going to kind of chase you in there. And when they do that, then that's when you want to kind of race to the other side and then close that gate, and they're going to be trapped. Now it's going to look goofy. They're going to be kind of like flying above and freaking out a little bit. But the one thing about Griffins, if you do not trap them this way, when they hit that, about to knock out point and they start to sprint away, they are ridiculously fast and you're not going to catch them. So you have to kind of trap them in some way. This is going to be the less intensive for resources. If you're doing it for all of it the way I just explained, you're only going to need about 1,230 stone, 626 wood, and 452 thatch, which kind of sounds like a lot, but comparative of doing it any other method, it's going to be the least amount that you're going to have to use. So let's talk about some of the pros and cons so you know if you really want to even bother spending the time and the effort kind of knocking one of these guys out. So for the con side, there are only 2 really big ones that kind of bother me a little bit. The first one being their damage isn't that great compared to like the RG and some of the other flyers. It doesn't have quite that same strength. The dive tack does have a little bit more damage to it, but it's just still not quite to par. And the other big one is you can't breed them, which really stinks. They don't come with a gender, and I'm really into that, boosting up those levels, creating like a small army of something that you really like and being able to make some for your friends or whatnot. So that is kind of a downside of it. You're not going to be able to do that. Another one is that the turn radius is a little slow. You kind of have to loop around. So if you're chasing like a dragon, you kind of do that little dance. But there is a great fix for it, so I don't really consider that too much of a con. So what you can do to fix that, and I'm going to put this on the pro side, is you can do this fly backwards move. So if you're going in to attack something and then they kind of swoop around you and you want to, like, you know, turn towards them, what you need to do is actually just fly backwards. And when you do that, you know, also tilt towards the direction you want to go. And then what you're going to do is actually make such tight turns that it's ridiculous. You know, you're going to actually be a lot more efficient in the air, which is one of the biggest cons that I have. Along with that kind of dive move, which does a lot of damage when you land it. You can't land it actually on top of the dinosaur. So, you know, there's a couple times I was trying to film this and I was landing on top of a Dodicarus, and I was landing on top of it and it wasn't actually doing the damage. But what you got to do is like land beside it, but it has a pretty big radius, so you're going to do that damage. So don't land on top of it, but near it. So that's kind of a con as well. Overall though, I'd say the Griffin is a great addition, a great choice for a flyer, a lot of fun, something cool, unique, and you know, and you can fly and do that dive, and it's a lot of fun. It's a great blast. Thank you guys for watching, giving me support. You guys are doing great. That last video I put out on Ragnarok's top 5 hidden bases is exploding. I've gained so many subscribers from that video, so you know, if you guys are new to the channel, hey, thank you for joining on from that video. And you know, if you guys need any other tips, tricks, or tutorials, please leave a comment down below. You know, if I post a video and you guys are a little confused about something, please leave a comment. I do respond back all the time. You know, I have other tutorial videos of how to, you know, change stats on single player for the computer and stuff. And I do. If you have an issue, I'll help walk through it, you know, talk you guys through it, anything you need for that. So thank you guys again. Don't forget, if you guys haven't already, smash that like button and show that subscribe button a little love. And I will catch you guys in the next episode. See ya.